It's raining outside. Recently, I have treated myself to watch a movie. I watched Lisa Frankenstein alone, and I think it's the first time that I have watched a movie of some sort. I think it's a great movie. Whenever I spend money on something, it has been a practice of mine to ask myself if it is a money well spent or it is another bill wasted. Well, in this case of watching a movie, I always ask myself after watching, what's one valuable lesson that I can get from it? There has to be something that I can take away from it. In that way, I could gain something in return, so the money spent now become an investment. When you take it literally or just watch the movie as it is, there aren't really valuable lessons that you can get from it that is applicable to real life situations. You've got to do some digging and peeling off of the layers beyond the surface storyline and entertainment value. There has to be deeper messages or morals that the writer wants to get across, and it totally depends on the viewers on how they are going to unveil that lesson. So that's exactly what I did. While analyzing the film beyond its facade or beyond its surface plot, from Lisa being a total loner who disliked being noticed and her great relationship with her stepsister Taffy, to developing a relationship with a deceased man resurrected from dead, I really think that all of it encompasses all the relationships that we have in our lives. Ultimately, I think that the film explores the profound impact of all of the relationships that we have on our lives, from platonic bonds to romantic connections, and even the complex relationships we have with ourselves. Honestly, I was going back and forth thinking whether to film this video or not because this topic is very personal and I feel like everyone has their own take on this topic and I don't want to intrude on that. My take is that whatever kind of relationship you are in right now, maybe on a platonic or romantic level, quality of these relationships are defined by the current relationship you have with yourself. While I'm not saying it's bad, I believe that it will be 10 times better when you have established a great relationship with yourself already. In order for something to stay strong, or in this case, to build a relationship within ourselves, there has to be something that binds it, something that makes it strong, a foundation of some sort. And what I have noticed from various friend groups and couples that I have come across through the years is that trust and respect are really the core values that they prioritize in their relationships. And I think that it's the foundation that makes their relationship stronger. You can also apply these foundations in building a great relationship with yourself. If you're like me who is currently in the journey of self-improvement, I am pretty sure that you have experienced some sort of resistance in doing the habits that you have set for yourself, especially when you're just at an early stage of self-improvement. It's easier to fall off and look at yourself as a total hypocrite, failing to do the things that you said you'd do. Aside from knowing your purpose or your reason on why you're doing the things you do, I really believe that in order for you to follow through, you need to at least build some sort of trust and respect within yourself. And personally, my way of doing this is that I keep a tracker of every habit that I'm currently working on. And I created it in a way that every habit should be easier and less daunting to start with. Like reading one page of a book, doing 12 reps of bicep curls, or 1-minute meditation. Personally, starting a habit in this manner becomes less daunting for me, as it prevents my monkey brain from coming up with excuses, because it's easier and more realistic. I have noticed that as I am currently immersed in doing the habit, I started to feel good, so I tend to push myself a little bit more. Reading one page becomes reading one chapter. Doing 10 deep breaths becomes a 15-minute meditation. Or sometimes doing bicep curls become a 30-minute workout. On good days, I can do more, and on bad days, I try to just do the minimum that I have set for myself. Just to check it off the tracker and just to be consistent. I don't want to have a high expectation of myself yet and set unrealistic goals because I'm just starting out, and it's better to start with tiny consistent steps. That is something that works for me. As many have said, meet yourself where you are and build up from there. Life happens and unforeseen hurdles can arise. And sometimes things in your tracker might get neglected or your plans in general get thrown off course. I think it's unavoidable and it's a normal part of life. But instead of getting discouraged, use this as an opportunity to build self-trust and respect. Reflect on your past progress. Remember how far you've come and use that momentum to get back on track after the hurdle is gone. Remember, setbacks are temporary and your progress is real.